C statement 1 is correct. Ratooning. In this method, during the first harvest, the sugarcane is cut, leaving a little bit of the stalk in the soil with the roots. The stalk soon puts out new shoots or ratoons. The second or any other successive crop obtained from the roots of the leftover crop is called ratoon. It is a cost-effective practice as it saves seed material and to some extent, labor and inputs. It makes efficient use of the growing seasons and facilitates crop intensification, and thus helps in improving agricultural productivity. Statement 2 is correct. Ratoon cropping is used extensively in sugarcane, bananas, pineapple. Q29.C Controller and Auditor General Shashi Kant Sharma has taken over as the Chairman of the United Nations Board of Auditors. The CAD of India is the lead auditor for the UN headquarters at New York and some other UN agencies, including the UN Children's Fund UNICEF, the UN Joint Staff Pension Fund UNJSPF, and the UN Compensation Commission UNCC, besides auditing 6 missions of UN peacekeeping operations across the world. The CAD is also the external auditor of the World Intellectual Property Organization. The General Assembly established the United Nations Board of Auditors to audit the accounts of the United Nations organization and its funds and programs, and to report its findings and recommendations to the Assembly through the Advisory Committee on Administrative and Budgetary Questions. For this, the General Assembly appoints 3 members, each of whom must be the auditor, general or officer holding the equivalent title of a member state. The members of the board have joint responsibility for the audits. Q30.A Self-Respect Movement and Periyar EVR. Periyar EV. Ramaswamy was a great social reformer. In 1921, during the anti-liquor campaign, he cut down 1,000 coconut trees in his own farm. In 1924, he took an active part in the Vaikom Satyagraha. The objective of the Satyagraha was to secure for untouchables the right to use a road near the temple at Vaikom in Kerala. EVR, the post-the-war Varnashrama policy followed in the VVS by Sarame. During 1925, being in the Congress Party, he stressed that Congress should accept communal representation. Subsequently, in 1925, he started the self-respect movement. The aims of the self-respect movement were to uplift the Dravidians and to expose the Brahminical tyranny and effective methods by which they controlled all spheres of Hindu life. He denounced the caste system, child marriage, and enforced widowhood. He encouraged intercaste marriages. He himself conducted many marriages without any rituals. Such a marriage was known as self-respect marriage. He gave secular names to newborn babies. He attacked the laws of Manu, which he called the basis of the entire Hindu social fabric of caste. He founded the Tamil journals Kudiyarasu, Kurachi, and Vittalaya to propagate his ideals. In 1938, at Tamil Nadu Women's Conference appreciated the noble service rendered by EVR. He was given the title Periyar. On 27 June 1970 by the UNESCO organization, praised and adorned with the title Socrates of South Asia. Q31.B Statement 1 is correct. A derivative is a security with a price that is dependent upon or derived from one or more underlying assets. The derivative itself is a contract between 2 or more parties based upon the asset or assets. Its value is determined by fluctuations in the underlying asset. The most common underlying assets include stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, interest rates, and market indexes. Different types of derivative instruments are: 1. A forward contract is a customized contract between 2 parties, where settlement takes place on a specific date in future at a price agreed today. 2. Futures are exchange-traded contracts to sell or buy financial instruments or physical commodities for a future delivery at an agreed price. Statement 2 is not correct. Derivatives can either be traded over the counter OTC or on an exchange. Statement 3 is correct. Derivatives can be used for hedging or insuring against risk on an asset. Derivatives can also be used for speculation in betting on the future price of an asset or in circumventing exchange rate issues. For example, a European investor purchasing shares of an American company off of 8 www.visionis.in copyright Vision IAS. An American exchange using US dollars to do so would be exposed to exchange rate risk while holding its stock. To hedge this risk, the investor could purchase currency futures to lock in a specified exchange rate for the future stock.